Research has shown that individuals are most likely to continue in their path of financial inheritance. And unless significant change is done, then that trajectory will continue. And this is at the core fundamentals of why people have generations who live in poverty. And we're going to look at some of the key reasons as to why this is in this video today. And hopefully we will gain some insight as to how to start to get ourselves out of that circumstance and that cycle. Welcome back to Ira Living. Now, we're going to be looking at 3 key things in our lives that has a lot to do with our financial journey and our financial circumstances. And the first of those have to do with our environment. So that's the environment in which we live, because the environment in which we live exposes us to ideologies and habits that we form in terms of our behavioral economics, and therefore that helps to determine some of the ways in which we're going to deal with money. Now, the second thing is in terms of our opportunities. Now, based on our environment, some of the opportunities that we're going to be conscious of or exposed to are limited simply because of the sphere in which we move and operate. And therefore, that in itself already have an impact on how those opportunities can be utilized. Now, the next area is in terms of the decisions we make. And research has shown that people who are from environments where they have socioeconomic constraints are more likely to make decisions that will eventually have more detrimental impact on them than people who are from societies with better socioeconomic backgrounds. This is often because people in low socioeconomic backgrounds tend to make decisions concerning things that are requiring more short-sightedness or having more immediate impact, because they're addressing things that are going to impacting them in the here and the now. And as such, when they make decisions, they can have negative consequences for the future when we look at things with a long-sightedness approach. And these are some of the reasons why you cannot just throw money at people and believe that that's then going to address the problem, because the fundamental issues are in terms of the ideologies that people have surrounding money, and also what has been their behavioral economic traits that they have displayed over a significant period of time, and also what individuals in those environments are being exposed to on a daily basis. For people to get out of that scenario, it means that they need to be able to think differently. They need to experience transformative processes that will result in them approaching the way they deal with money in a much different fashion. Now, with that in mind, I will share with you 3 things that are the cornerstone of understanding that can also help you with being able to better manage money and start to build wealth. Let's explore what these 3 strategies or cornerstone principles are. The first misconception that is commonly showcased in these socioeconomic groups is the need to work hard. And this is something that people have advised, that people know that they need to work harder, this many times harder than the next person if they're going to elevate to that status in life. The reality is, it's not about how hard you work or how much work you're going to get done. What it is about the efficiency and the effectiveness of the work that you are actually doing. It is about trying to ensure that you are maximizing the time, energy, and effort that you're putting into any venture so that you can get the maximum yield out of it. So therefore, it's not about putting in a lot of effort and a lot of energy. It's about finding creative ways, networking with individuals, and learning how to work effectively and efficiently, smartly and strategically to get the job done that needs to be completed. Therefore, in so doing, you're investing as little time as possible, as little resources as possible, and maximizing your yield. And that's the key thing about figuring out how much work to be done. So we need to get rid of that idea that we need to work hard, and recognizing that it's about making sure that our strength and our energy is being harnessed in a way that will maximize our output and our outcomes. The second scenario that people from these socioeconomic backgrounds will think that they are very capable of making money, and making new money is not an issue to them. And so the way in which they treat money is to have that as their basic understanding that they can go out and work and make more money. The The problem with this ideology is that it's not about how much money you make or how much money you work. It is about what you do with the monies that you have earned. How have you used that to ensure that it is paying forward into your future and ensuring that you don't have to go back and work that same money again? How is that money being invested? How is that money feeding into your future plans and aspirations? And how will that money be impacting your life and the lives of others around you for the future? Life works in seasons, and in this season you're able to attract a lot of money and acquire it quickly, but there will come a season where that might not be the case, and therefore what you do with the monies that you attract in this season, where it is you are able to attract significant amount of it, will matter in those times in the future, in the season where your attraction of money might not be the same as it is now. And therefore planning out the way that your money is being directed and how it's going to be used, where you're going to be investing money and where you're going to be saving money, is important and essential in order that you may be able to build yourself up and build a wealth portfolio for your future. The third area is with regards to what you're doing in order to be able to earn. So you find that people suggest that their children aspire to do careers that are traditional careers like engineering, being a doctor, being a lawyer, and things like those, because they believe that those are jobs that are going to give them a significant income and therefore make their lives better in the future. Others suggest that they go and undertake things such as looking at what it is that's their passion and seek out a career in that field so that they're able to support their families, live a good life, and also enjoy whatever endeavors they're taking on. Whilst doing something that you're passionate about and something you're going to love and enjoy is a significant part of how you build out your future. The fact is that there are many career paths now that are modern career paths that can be a lot more viable and that one can earn significantly better in. And it requires some level of researching, not just on the part of the individual, but on the part of those people giving them advice about career paths that they can take. Now, on the aspect of passion, whilst it is an important thing to focus on something that you're going to be enjoying because you're going to be doing it for a significant period of time, what would be a better thing to focus on is to focus on an area that has had a track record of showing that it can make significant progress in terms of value and attaining wealth, ensuring that you're focusing on a particular area in which you are then going to be able to find the resources or set up a system in which you are then able to provide yourself with the means to live and to cover your costs and your expenses, so that you are then in a position where you can go ahead and pursue this passion that you have and want to pursue. And at such point, you don't then need to be constantly worrying about how you're going to provide for your needs, because the means you've already created from something that's a proven record of success will then allow you to be able to go off and focus on the things that are your passions. It's important that we take stock of financial literacy and get ourselves some financial insight, because the backgrounds that we're coming from and the education system doesn't provide us with enough information oftentimes to be able to deal with money decisions and understand how money actually works and how we can work it to our advantage and for our benefit. Remember, financial literacy is revolutionary. It has transformed my life, and I believe it can do the same to yours.